Got something a little bit different today. It is an old video that I cut together. My computer is telling me date modified is March 28th, 2023. I shot it in January of 2023 and then proceeded to cut it over the next couple months because I had some stuff I needed to do for it to make it actually complete. And I say a lot of things in this video that end up not being true, and we'll get to that at the end of this when I do a little outro about it. But it is me building my computer, and at the time I was obsessed. I still like Jay's 2 cents, but I was obsessed with his channel, and I thought I would go down a similar path in shooting and testing and doing all this crazy stuff. And I quickly found out I cannot stand to run benchmarks. I cannot stand to do any of that. I enjoy building PCs. I enjoy fiddling with them, but I'm not one to necessarily tinker in that regard. So here's the video, and then at the end I'll do a little recap about some things I said in that video, some things that may have happened, some things that didn't happen, and yeah, and enjoy me from literally almost 3 years ago. Okay, hello, shalom. What's up, YouTube? YouTube, my boy, my bud, my sweet cheese, all the memes. Today's the day. Today's the day that I finally begin building my PC. This is a long time coming. I've had a laptop for 2.5 years now. I just kind of fell in love with the whole PC aspect. I don't know, it just got me really excited. I've always played on consoles if we're talking video games and stuff like that, but then I really got into video editing and, well, started with music production. I guess you could say I started with video production. Either way, I got into audio video, and my laptop served me really well, but it was just missing the mark on a lot of things. We'll go over the parts real quick. We'll start with that. I have the AMD Ryzen 9 7950X, and I also went fully Team Red with the AMD 6950 XT for the graphics card. I picked these up Black Friday 2022 bundle deal, so that was very cool because I was going to spend $1,400 for I was going to do the 5900X, I was going to go last gen, and then I was also going to do the 6900 XT. But with that, it propelled me into DDR5 and the AM5 socket. So with that, I went for, as you can see, there's a lot of yellow here. I went for the Corsair Vengeance DDR5. 32 gigabytes, and it has the AMD Expo logo on it. Yeah, let's just go on to this. The cooler, pretty standard. Everybody kind of uses the iQ H50i. Anyways, moving on to the motherboard, we have the Asus TUF Gaming X670E plus Wi-Fi. I mean, if you're gonna put the E, first of all, I'm pretty sure if you do 70 in AMD sockets, that already means it's like the extreme. But then if you have a 670E, that means extreme. That's like really telling you it means extreme. And then the X, they just decided also means extreme. So I don't know where that came from. I guess, I mean, also like, and everybody talks about this, don't put gaming in it. Like, we get it. We know what most PCs are gonna be used for. I think you can leave, I don't leave in like the Asus ProArts and the Creator motherboards. Just tell us what it does and give us the chipset name, and that's really all we need. I don't know. That's a rant that is just probably unnecessary. Whatever. Also, some Corsair fans to kind of go along. We got a Crucial P2 500 gigabyte as my boot drive. It'll hold my OS and probably eventually my Adobe apps. And then I also have 2 terabyte Samsung 970 EVO Plus this will have all the games. So I am going to get a spinning drive or two later on down the line, just to put all my back catalog of projects on. Like I have probably like 500 gigabytes just in my music alone. Any future projects, I have a lot of work projects that I'm gonna keep saved just to have for my demo reel, and if I need to show anybody, hey, this is what I've done in the past. Anyways, that's a little tangent. For the power supply, we got the EVGA 1000 G5, 1000 watts of pure, I don't know, home improvement power. Okay. Basically, I went with the 1000 instead of 850 because I mean, if you couldn't tell already, I'm very interested in overclocking. So I could have gotten away, I also could have gotten away with 850, but I think at this point already, my estimated wattage is around 660. So I would like to be able to keep this as long as I can, because this was the one I wanted to spend the least amount of money on, and it ended up being more expensive than half of the other parts. I mean, it was more expensive than this. It was more expensive than the AIO. It was more expensive than the RAM. So I did, and it was more expensive than the case. Which brings me to the next thing. Let me go down here. Not gonna set this on the table because I don't trust it, but we'll trust it. We'll see what happens. More IQ. This is the IQ 5000X RGB. So yes, there are 3 more of these guys in there. I'm gonna put everything together outside of the case to make sure it works. That way, before I put it in the case, I'm not chasing cables all over the place, making sure that's not the problem. And I know it would be a component issue. Fingers crossed it's not though, because I have waited so long. All right, so let's get into this. This is again, the X670E Plus Wi-Fi. And this is the little doohickey that makes it Wi-Fi, plus the little guys on the back. I don't know. I'm probably gonna order just the antennas that come directly off the motherboard on Amazon or something. I don't really care for this. And then we have the main part of this system, or this box, the motherboard itself. We get a couple other things. We get some SATA cables. Never have too many SATA cables. You actually get a SATA cable. I can't show it. Maybe it'll show up on that camera. It's actually got like a 90-degree adapter on there, so that's kind of cool. Inside you get your web storage advertisement, a certificate of reliability. Go ahead and put that up there. Hopefully that focused. Your manual, of course, and some stickers. See, this is another thing I don't like about when they call it gaming. I don't want stickers with my motherboard. I spent an upsetting amount of money on this. I'm not going to be putting stickers on it. But I guess that just makes me a hater. And we're just going to let it line up with the side right there. That camera's getting good video. Fantastic. Pretty standard motherboard. You know, the 4 DIMMs. I don't know what I'm saying right now. The 4 DIMMs, man. So I'm going to start with the CPU. Again, I did the 7950X, and I love this. The box they give you, it looks like the boxes where it would come with the cooler. Just a big piece of foam, and then an empty box. Thanks, AMD. And they also give you the little sticker so you can advertise for free for them. I don't do that. This is kind of crazy. We're gonna lift the pin. And then, oh. Now we must find, there is a little arrow, a little notch. Here we go. We're just gonna drop it in. All right. And then we're gonna, ooh, it's so hard to press down. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I'm hearing creaking. I think we did it. Don't quote me on it. I don't like that. Okay. Well, that was the part I was worrying most about. So it's very nice to have that part over. Ram Ranch. 18 naked cowboys. All right. So in case you live under a bridge, it does matter where your RAM goes. Apparently it's a little difficult to tell which way your RAM goes. I would guess this is the direction, but I'm wrong. All right. Oh geez, I missed. And we are going to click. Let's go. One piece of RAM down. 18 naked cowboys. All right, so next we're gonna do the other one. And click. All right, we got RAM, we got CPU. Next listed is the expansion slots. So this would be your GPU. If you have anything else that does PCI, I guess M.2 would go into it as well, because I don't. Yeah, then it goes into headers and everything. Headers. It did. Leafed left. I went through this manual before just to kind of get a feeling, and I'm pretty sure it did say where the first M.2 should go. All right, to Google we go. Oh, well, it's now the internet's telling me that my manual will tell me, but my manual is telling me absolutely nothing. This is how I do things. I don't read. I do. I think there's a captive screw, so I'll take a shot. Ow! I don't know why that hurt. Oh, jeez, I'm already scratching things. Do I remove the sticker? No, because it says warranty void if removed, which is a lie. Oh, jeez. I hate this. I hate. Okay, we're in. I'm gonna send Vanessa a quick text. Because if she could get here, that would be great. These are the parts I want her to see. She stopped at the art store 45 minutes ago and has not texted me that she's left, so God bless her. Well, you know, speaking candidly on camera, candid camera, she's wonderful. She's very talented. So basically my plan, apparently my plan is I have the music, I have this, and I just want to be making videos, random videos, cool videos, because video production is something I really, really love to do. You know, Vanessa's really reinstilled a new vigor in me. Yeah, top of the line. Was top of the line when I bought it, and then a month later, AMD announced the new line. I'm gonna take this guy out. And what I liked about this is this guy comes with a little mouse pad, little gaming action mouse pad. So we're gonna go ahead and do another scary thing where we let that slot down in there. Manual, we don't need that. But this, it's all I need to power it on. I'm a little nervous. I have my test monitor here. I'm gonna see if the USB-C works. I don't know if I should be doing this, I'll be honest. But I am just gonna power it straight through the computer itself.
What are you doing this for?
Booting it, making sure it works.
Already?
Yeah.
Is it done?
Oh wait, crap, it's not done. I have to put...
This is why you need Mr. Manager.
This is why Mr. Manager's here. I need to put the cooler on. I'm sure anybody watching this whole thing was like, doesn't have the cooler on it. He doesn't have the cooler on it. Here, I just set this straight down and smudged.
I was wondering, is that paste?
And I can't even put that on there. That's fine.
Do you want me to hold it?
No, it's... Hopefully she's coming out. All right, we have the cooler on. Vanessa's eating a bologna and mayo sandwich.
And cheese.
Oh yeah, cheese, don't forget the cheese.
Because that's probably dinner today.
I did it. Let's go. We got the RGB puke. Yes, we got the BIOS. Oy vey. So while we were gone, I took off a little piece in here that was just going to be in my way and I wasn't going to use anyway, because I will be mounting 3 fans, probably 2 for now, right there. Good. Okay, so I kind of skipped ahead here because I was getting angry and I don't want to look angry on camera. Oh, it got a lot heavier. I put in the motherboard, the cooler, obviously the radiator, and the graphics card. And so now, what is left is I'm gonna put an outtake fan back here, an exhaust, not outtake. And then I'm also going to put some let's set it again. Exhaust fans here. It's complete. PC, pretty complete. It's finally complete. Thank you for sticking with me through that entire journey. I had a couple interruptions. My good friend and roommate thought he left his keys in Magic Kingdom, so we had to drive all the way out to Magic Kingdom to give him his spare. He drives all the way back in his car. We drive all the way back in our car. We get home, it's midnight on a Sunday, and Pierre approaches me and then hands me a shoe and tells me to shake it. His keys were in that shoe that was in his backpack that he just didn't look in. An hour and a half of my life I'll never get back. An hour and a half of my life I was building this. I was working on cable management. I was so close. I had to finish the next morning. Anyways, so, and I say pretty complete because there is still a few things I'd like to do. I have some mounts on the back for some SATA SSDs. I think I'm just gonna get 2 4TB ones. I'm also gonna upgrade the RAM. I'm only at 32 gigabytes in here, and I mean, my laptop is about to have a higher RAM capacity, so I'm gonna probably do 128. See if I can get a 128 gigabyte kit, and then a little further down the line, after I do that, I'm gonna water cool this. I'm gonna make the attempt to fully water cool, meaning I won't be using this Corsair AIO anymore. I'm gonna, the whole full custom loop, whatever they call it. But there's a lot of decisions I gotta make and a lot of money I gotta save. Anyways, kids, thank you for watching. I named this aptly Timbuktu. So, as you can tell, that's old. It's funny. I just watched it, and the first thing that sticks out to me is I would probably have better camera angles and better. It would probably just look a little better if I shot it today. Not only would it have been shot better, but it probably would have been edited better nowadays. For reference, like I said, this was shot in January of 2023. I didn't start my job as a promotions producer at WFTV until March of 2023. So while yes, I had some camera and editing skills, it wasn't really until I got that job where I was like really basically going back to school is how I equated that job, where I was like really learning a lot left and right. I ended up learning After Effects and all that other good stuff. So there's obviously things in there that are a little dated. Like I wouldn't use that font that pops up all the time. If I do use like a comedy font, it would probably be the Arrested Development Blur font that I love to use so much. It's been used in these videos. I'm pretty sure it's been used everywhere. And then let's see. So some updates about that computer. This computer that is literally right next to me right now is I added the two 4 terabyte SATA SSDs onto the back end. That was, I think, in October of 2023. So later that year. It was right after we moved in here into this house. Oh, also, that was obviously shot at my old house, like in our quote unquote game room, as you can tell from those shitty Fortnite paintings on the side and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster and everything else. So I added those two 4 terabyte drives, and funny story, hilarious story, sad story, is I was clicking one in and just completely snapped it dead. I broke the pins off the actual board of the SATA SSD. I just stood there and started sweating. It ended up being fine because I returned it, got the new one, and no harm, no foul. Like, I was able to just I got like the protection plan or whatever because I knew these things are kind of finicky, and I had a feeling I was probably gonna mess up at some point. Some other things I talked about is I never upgraded the RAM. There's still a 32 gigabyte kit in there. And nowadays, with RAM prices being where they're at because of these stupid AI data centers, my hopes and dreams of updating the RAM are kind of out the window for the moment, until we get a grip on whatever it is we're trying to do with these AI data centers. I don't know. I feel like there's one in every city at this point. I used to work at another TV station, Wesh, and there was literally one right next door that they were building the entire time I was there, and it was a mess. But it's ugly. It's a big behemoth, and I don't know. That's a rant for another day. Another thing is I never water cooled it, obviously. That is prohibitively expensive half the time. And if I was gonna do it the way I wanted to do it, it would have been expensive, it would have been time consuming, and there's not necessarily a reason outside of it looks cool to do it. So I didn't do that. I also never overclocked. I was watching it and I was like, why do in the beginning I say, as you can tell, I'm probably interested in overclocking? No, I'm not. Like I said, I don't want to sit there and tinker, and I don't mind tinkering. I don't want to go into the BIOS, figure this out, maybe fuck something up, and then come back and have to like retrace my steps and everything. That can sometimes just infuriate me. And when it's something that's like, this is my work, this is my computer is obviously, it holds a lot of important stuff. So naturally I'm going to take care of it and not try to mess it up any further. The antennas I made a big deal about. I put it on and then never thought twice about it, and now I use Ethernet, so it doesn't even matter. I hope you enjoyed that blast to the past of January 2023 when I cut that. I love the little Vanessa cameos. Crack me up. And then the low energy outro I gave, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I don't know why I even thought that was okay, but apparently I deemed that video a complete video, and then I stored it in my computer and never looked at it again. So, there you go, folks.